Do you believe in second chances? Today I will show you how one nation defied all odds and made an incredible comeback from a devastating economic crisis. Welcome to Simply Economics. Please subscribe to this channel so we can produce more remarkable content to help you be aware of what's happening in the world today. I want to take you through the astounding story of Greece's economic recovery. The same country that was on the brink of collapse not too long ago has now become one of the fastest-growing economies in Europe. So buckle up and get ready to discover how one country defied all odds and turned its economy around. Greece makes a turnaround story. Greece's economic challenges have kept it out of the investor conversation, but that is about to change. With a committed and disciplined government making real economic progress, prospects for growth in the wider economy, including tech and tourism, are starting to emerge. Challenges still exist, but positive changes are underway. The economic narrative of Greece appears to be undergoing a surprisingly positive transformation, a resurgence in respectable gross domestic product or GDP growth, a promising decline in the ratio of public debt to GDP, and a series of upgrades to the country's debt rating. However, to truly appreciate the significance of these developments in 2023, we must revisit a less-than-ideal tale that unfolded more than a decade ago. Descending through the vast expanse. Greece's economic troubles began before its near default in 2010. Joining the Eurozone in 2001 without a strong fiscal record left Greece with limited options. The country couldn't print currency to repay debts and had to rely on issuing bonds or raising taxes. The global financial crisis in 2008 exposed Greece's economic weaknesses, leading to soaring unemployment and plunging tax revenues. Debt-to-GDP ratio exceeded the Eurozone limit, and Greece was shut out of capital markets. It had to accept massive bailouts from the EU to avoid defaulting on loans. Greece underwent a massive sovereign debt restructuring, including bailouts of €110 billion and €130 billion, along with a 50% reduction in debt. Structural adjustments led to a surplus by 2014, but high taxes, unemployment, and austerity measures fueled political unrest. Despite reforms and spending cuts, Greece defaulted in 2015 and required a final bailout of €86 billion. It became evident that the extensive bailout funds of €326 billion alone couldn't fully resolve Greece's crisis. Dedication to implementing reforms. In 2019, Kyriakos Mitsotakis, a more conservative prime minister, was elected in Greece. He introduced the Greece 2.0 plan, a comprehensive economic reform initiative in response to the EU Pandemic Recovery Fund. The plan includes proposals for tax reductions, pension funding reforms, bankruptcy frameworks, incentives for foreign workers, infrastructure spending, and climate regulation streamlining. The government aims to implement 400 bills over 4 years to drive economic growth and stability. The government's initiatives are yielding positive outcomes: reduced unemployment and inflation, increased disposable income, and robust GDP growth. Stronger reserves and streamlined debt servicing enhance Greece's prospects of regaining investment-grade status. A robust agenda that prioritizes business interests. Adonis Georgiadis, the Minister of Development and Investments, highlights the Greek government's commitment to creating a business-friendly environment for investors. With a stable political system and ongoing reforms, Greece aims to attract foreign direct investment by offering competitive prices, potential for profit, a well-educated workforce, and a supportive legislative framework. The government's focus on privatization, especially in ports, logistics, tourism, and energy sectors, presents interesting opportunities for investors. Greece is determined to follow successful practices from other countries and invites investors to take advantage of the favorable investment climate. A bright and hopeful perspective. Greece's economy is experiencing growth driven by strong domestic demand and increased exports. The tourism sector has rebounded to pre-pandemic levels, contributing to volume and revenue growth. The country is expected to benefit from inflows from the EU Resilience and Recovery Fund, and its banking sector is showing positive indicators. Favorable debt structure and continued structural reforms, including tax cuts and increased investment, are expected to further boost the economy. Greece also attracts investments from major companies like Microsoft, Pfizer, Tesla, and Amazon. The government is focusing on digitization, energy infrastructure development, and green energy initiatives to drive economic growth. Market confidence has been revitalized. Greece has returned to a state of normalcy, with capital controls lifted and domestic banks and corporations successfully re-entering international markets. Notably, major Greek issuers such as OTE, Hellenic Petroleum, and Mytilineos Holdings have recently secured significant funding on favorable terms. This demonstrates the market's trust in Greece and its belief that the country will avoid a relapse into recession. International investors benefit from legal protections provided by the Greek constitution, domestic and European laws, as well as bilateral and multilateral treaties. Efforts are also being made to enhance the efficiency of the judicial system through increased use of arbitration and expedited processes. Looking towards the future. As stated by the Greek philosopher Plato, if you do not engage in the affairs of your government, you will be subject to the rule of fools. Therefore, the Greek people's mandate serves as the ultimate measure of the government's success. The government's achievements have been acknowledged, earning them an additional 4 years to further shape Greece's economic recovery. This recognition underscores the value of their efforts in revitalizing the nation's economy. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of our future content. We truly appreciate your support. See you in the next one.